Hello and welcome to this tutorial on basics of Adobe Illustrator. To create a new file for Workspace, you have countable methods. One is by clicking File then New in the menu bar above, or click the button Create New as seen in the left of your screen. A dialog box will appear with many options on presetting your work document. You can change the name, the size, the measurement units and color mode CMYK or RGB, or you can keep the defaults for now and just click Create. You can see the white workspace, the traditional menu bar up the screen, the advanced tool bar below it, and the tools bar on the left of the screen. In most of this video, we will focus on the popular tools in Tools bar and how to use them in drawing and design. In the right side of the screen, you can see the layer options. The cornerstone function of Adobe Illustrator is the concept of layers. Layers separate different elements of an image. For example, a background, an image and text. These layers can then be changed separately, without affecting the layout of the document. The first two tools in the toolbar, Selection Tool and Direct Selection Tool, they are used to move the shape and control its dimensions and dots. Illustrator will show you the name of the tool when you hover over it with the mouse. To create shapes of various sizes, select the Rectangle tool, drag on the artboard to create a rectangle. Drag until you see a diagonal magenta line to create a perfect square. As you drag, you'll notice an on-screen tooltip next to the pointer that shows the dimensions. You can scale a shape by dragging any of the 8 bounding box handles, using Selection Tool, and you can adjust the shape using the Direct Selection Tool and move the dots that appear on the shape. Also, you can change the corner shape to add a curvy look to it. Double-click the corner dot to see more curve options. Additional tools list appear in the tool that has a little black triangle below it. When you keep pressing with the mouse click on Rectangular tool, you will see more basic shapes that you can draw the way, like the circle. Select the Polygon tool. Click the artboard, and in the dialog box that opens, type the number of sides for your shape, for example, type 11 to create this shape. You can always change your shape dynamically by dragging the side widget. Try creating a triangle. To copy and paste a shape, use the Edit menu, or simply drag and drop the object while pressing the Alt key. In the Window menu, you can make more options appear. This time we need the Align dialog to appear so that we can align the two shapes to center. While selecting the object, change its stroke color and width from the options above. In the Layer options, select the layer you want to work on, click on the little triangle on the left of the layer name. All the object under this layer will drop down. Just like Photoshop, pressing the eye icon will make the corresponding object invisible. Select the object you want to separate in a new layer and cut it with Ctrl X. Then click on New Layer below the Layer Options window, and paste. When you want multiple objects to be edited or moved together, select them, then right-click and choose Group. To undo this, right-click again and select Ungroup. The Shape Builder tool is an important and useful tool to learn and get hands-on with. With this tool in practice, you can make different artworks and vector graphics, combining and subtracting different shapes and patterns. You can make use of the Shape Builder tool and create your desired designs. The Shape Builder tool is much like the Pathfinder tool. While, in the Pathfinder tool, the user gets other 5 options to choose from, such as intersect, subtract, add, combine tools. In the Shape Builder tool, you create the path and do as you wish. Create the basic shapes and paths and arrange them so the final desired shape is shown. Select all the shapes and with the Shape Builder tool, click on the intersecting parts of the shapes. And take out the center part of the target shape. To get rid of the rest, click on it while holding the Alt key. The mouse arrow will indicate if it is subtracting or merging the paths with either minus or plus sign. You can apply a gradient to the stroke or fill of selected artwork. Here's how. Select the artwork that you want to apply the gradient to. In the Properties panel, click the Fill Color or Stroke Color, depending on which part of the artwork you want to apply the gradient to. With the Swatches option selected in the panel that appears, you'll see several default gradient swatches. Click to apply the default white, black gradient. If you don't see the default white, black gradient swatch, you can find it by choosing Window, Swatch Libraries, Default Swatches, Print. In the panel that appears, click to apply the gradient. In the Gradient panel, you can adjust the type of gradient, the angle of the gradient, the colors in the gradient, and more. The gradient shows as a gradient slider toward the bottom of the panel with circles below it, called color stops, that represent the colors in the gradient. To adjust the colors in the gradient, double-click any of the color stops, circles, below the gradient slider to show different color options and change the color. To add a color to the gradient, move the pointer just below the gradient slider and click when a plus shows next to the pointer. Drag any of the color stops to adjust how the gradient blends. To remove a color stop, click one and either drag it away from the gradient slider and release, or click the trash can to the right of the gradient slider. With the Type tool selected, click on the area where you want your text added. Type the World Tutorials for example. Drag a corner of the text object to scale the text object and wrap the text within. You can also align it with the shape we just drew. Select both objects and choose Align to Center. Change the font from the properties above. Change the place, size, color, and alignment of the text according to your design. Select the text and go to Type, Create Outlines. Or right-click and select Create Outline to convert the text into a shape. Once you've turned your text to outlines, you can treat it like any other vector shape. You can take the Direct Selection tool and drag the anchor points around to give the letters a unique look. Next video, we will focus on Pen tool. We will try the Shape Builder tool again, and compare it to the Pathfinder tool.